Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the special edition on Sunday regarding the celebration of the 4th anniversary of the 2011 revolution and Police Day. I'm Ahmed Nader and today I'm honored to be joined in the studio with Dr. Sayyid Al-Khouly and Mr. Gamal Al-Ayubi, the political analyst. Dr. Sayyid, Mr. Gamal, thank you very much for being with us today.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much. And we will be going out for a quick break and we'll be returning to be speaking more about the protests on Sunday and of course the future of Egypt after the 2011 revolution and the 30th of June revolution. So stay tuned. Welcome back. You're still watching Nile TV and this special edition regarding the celebration of the 4th edition or the 4th anniversary of the 2011 revolution, and we will be starting of course by today's events and the protest that we have witnessed, Dr. Sayyid, here in Egypt today. How did you see the protests and of course the killing of 18 protesters or rioters in Egypt today?
First of all, I would like to send my deepest condolence to the people of Saudi Arabia for the big loss of the King Abdullah, and also for the men and women who have lost their life here in Egypt today. Of course, it's a very sad day, and of course we can overcome this day, which we were expecting more than that, and it turned out to come to the minimal. Of course, if we lose one person, it's a big disaster and a big event, but Egypt will go on and will continue for prosperity, and the future of Egypt, it's much, much, much better, even though there is some event happening there and there, but the Egyptian economy and the well-being of Egyptian people will survive and will have a prosperity in the future, inshallah.
Yes, hopefully. Dr. Gamal, did you expect more casualties in today's events?
I wish to be not like what the director had been said this morning until now. We hear lots of explosive in everywhere, and sometimes it was not recognized well. This is what we are looking for. I was recognized and I was expected that the celebrations today was think about the civilization in terms of that the basis of the revolutions had been settled in a military basis. All of that demons belongs to the economies of Egypt itself.
Yes, the welfare of the citizens.
That's the way we try to deliver a message today, was not mean that the people will still not recognize what the criticalities and the situation of the crisis across Egypt's boundaries. Honestly speaking, I was completely by the way that the Egyptians try to deliver and attacks even the police in this such situation. I wish that the civilization day like that one shall be directed well in terms of the treatment and a new approach of Egypt and the way that Egypt it's supposed to be delivered, and a cross message to the whole.
You should have seen another image, a different image.
This is what I would expect.
Yes.
But what I'm expecting now that the situation is coming worse because the civilization all the way that the people is supposed to be delivered democracy in terms of culture, big culture to the people that I cannot spoil and destroy. Appearance belongs to the governments or even the countries. If I would like to deliver all the institutions in a peace.
Yes.
So the way that we treated now the celebration of 25th January, I was not respected. I was even not expected. I was even not so sure that our responsibilities to the culture of the people supposed to be like that. I think that very few peoples and we understood well how that brotherhood dealing with our subjects in the country, and I think now it's a very clear message to the whole civilization in Egypt how they are dealing and spoiling our socialities in terms of the benefit of the country.
Yes, that's a very good point, Dr. Said. Why do you think some protesters went out today in Egypt to be protesting on the 25th of January anniversary?
Just remember, we've been through two revolutions in 4 years. And of course, the overthrow of the Muslim Brotherhood, which I am very ashamed to say Muslim Brotherhood, it's a criminal brotherhood.
They have nothing to do with Islam.
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course, these people will not get away easily. But remember, for all the propaganda and all the messages we send over all the world, it will be a disaster during this day. It turned out to be a very, very little event. Remember, that is not the majority of Egyptians. That is a very, very, very minor people who are financially forced by other people who don't like the stability of Egypt, which it has been stable for the last 6 months and worldwide recognized. Remember with the President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in Davos and the way they received him in the most important economical event in the world. And with all the visitors next month, the President of Russia will come, and with all this kind of activity, which it shows Egypt, at stage right now, Egypt in the right
is regaining its role in the region.
Excuse me?
Egypt is regaining its role in the region as well.
Absolutely. It will regain their position in the Arab world, and it will regain their position in Africa, and it will regain its position worldwide. Remember, Egypt is Egypt. Egypt is a big country. It has a history which goes back thousands of years, and the Egyptian people will never destroy Egypt. And that is the whole thing behind of this is to destroy Egypt. It will never happen.
Yes,
I said that 3-4 years ago.
Yes, speaking of the people of Egypt, Dr. Gamal, and of course the army of Egypt, the police institutions of Egypt, do you think that the Brotherhood organization was defeated again today or not?
I wish to say that just a shortcut message, and with a shortcut message, and at the same time that the people and the situation for brotherhood in the Egypt society is coming worse and worse day by day. And I think it's everything with the evidence showed that these people in support that we is not in a cooperation with the normal situation in Egypt. We try to be in a matrix, and this had been highlighted up to the Presidential Institute. And if you have seen and reviewed what's the Presidential Institute in the last speech had been highlighted and delivered a message to the whole Egyptian. Yes. In the 25th speech, the President had been highlighted that we need to back again to the cooperation and the challenge. 25th January is reminder for the all Egyptians, about the victims, young youth peoples. They are lost to their lives because they are looking for the benefits of the future of Egypt. This is the base. If I'm trying to tackle that one, I need the people understood well what the situation of Egypt, and we need to celebrate and remind ourselves about the young peoples lost in their life, and the flood still reminder for all of us that the benefit of the country is still forward ahead. And meaning forward ahead, that's the situation in respected to the international media and international economies, how the Egypt's situation becoming critical, and in some influences possibly have been settled in the last 6 months, and it showed that in the international financial media showed that Egypt had been moved in a situation from negative to the stability situation.
Yes.
And this has come some
even with the ratings of the Fitch and Moody's.
Yes, the finance and also Moody's Institute have been highlighted that one, which it's come for us some signs of pride to all of us to be confident that even the international situation and finance support, which it's give a clear message and a green message to all investors all over the world, that such area in the country is coming more stable and allowed to all them to do and more.
The future is bright for Egypt.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying if the way that the people try to tackle today our situation in security in terms of exploding somehow and some people to be killed for no how, for no reason, for nothing's to be delivered. Something is that the way that celebration of 25th is to looking for the benefits of the some of sociality's rights, and also the way that we're dealing with our future generation. All this is requests and demands have been settled in advance from the revolution situation, and for that reason I'm saying to the all of peoples, it's clear now, let us to work, let us to be in a matrix cooperation, let us to be what we are looking for, and the situation crisis. We have 3 main bases for the situation in Egypt. We're looking for economy. We already achieved the security level across the boundaries, and we are looking forward to more stabilization across the street. We try to evac again the cultures of the Egyptians recorded to that production. We need all peoples concentrating work, concentrate to add a value to the country, concentrate to return back to the normal routine work and advances in regular basis to be in the gear of the country to achieve our goals. And this is not like this. We are a country respect rights and the justice we have. So whatever happens, we shall respect, and whatever obligation applied and settled, you need to be respected from all different cultures of the citizens.
And speaking of one of the basics that Dr. Gamal and Dr. Said have spoken about is stability. Dr. Said, you spoke about stability in the past 6 months. As an Egyptian citizen, how do you see the past 6 months after President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi was elected as the President of Egypt?
Of course, I'm always look ahead of time. I'm a future-oriented, and whatever happened in the last 4 years in Egypt, we should really settle down right now, and we should look for the strengths and weakness for whatever it happened in the last 4 years. And what I like with President Sisi is he grabbing the opportunity. There is a threat which we'll see right now in these days, but he looked for bringing opportunity for the Egyptian economy.
Yes.
He bringing opportunities for the Egyptian people. He bringing opportunity to satisfy the major objective of the 2 revolutions. And that's what really happened. If you look 2 months or a month and a half from now, we have the World Economic Summit in Egypt.
Yes, in March.
And investment in Egypt, for example, in the last few days, 2 of our ministers, the Minister of Investment, Dr. Khalid Salman,
Ashraf Salman.
Ashraf Salman, he was in Europe, he was in the States, and he is working very hard with the government, of course, to bring foreign direct investment to Egypt. That is a promising. That is what we really should look for. It is the future. We have to make lessons for whatever happened. We shouldn't